Morning guys, day 3, NC 500 on the Triumph Bonneville. It's really grey and misty and slight bit of rain I heard last night on the canopy in the tent. But the mountains are so cool. Wow, they weren't like that yesterday. There's like a misty breeze blowing over the top of them. Can you see that? It's pretty cool. It's now 5 to 6. I may do just the north coast now and leave the ferry for another time. I don't know, maybe the weather will swing. Maybe it'll swing in our favour. Scotland's a bit like that. All right. Oh, time to get up. I'm up. The weather's definitely changing. There's such a chill in the air right now. I'm freezing. Walking around in a t-shirt yesterday. So just making my way over to the toilets. Go and check out the beach one more time before I go and show you guys what it's like here in the morning. This is different to your average morning, isn't it? Hey? Wow, what a nice way to start your morning, guys. Oh, fresh air. Ooh. You can definitely tell, probably compared to the video, on the last video on day 2, that the sky just isn't as clear as what it was. There's a lot of mist looming, which looks a little bit ominous. I can only imagine what the Outer Hebrides look like right now on the west coast. But oh, this is fresh. I'm still in my PJs. So I think the high temperatures today are somewhere in the region of around 12 degrees Celsius. So that's as hot as it's going to get. And with this wind chill, that's probably going to feel like 0 degrees. Ah, man, Scotland. I am freezing my you-know-whats off right now. Oh, man, that's chilly. That wakes you up. Woo. Ah, look at that mist. I hope this is coming out on camera. I am trying out a new camera setup and still getting to grips with it, but look at the mist over those mountains behind my shoulder. I mean, that's just something else. Right, I think, what do I think? I'm going to pack up and do the same thing I did yesterday. Decide when the wheels are turning. Because right now, I'm being my usual indecisive self and I can't make my mind up. So far, we've done about a third of the North Coast 500 with an added bonus of coming to the Isle of Skye. So it's quite doable to get the NC 500 done on this trip. Let's see. Well guys, I think I've made up my mind where I'm going to go today, and I think I'm going to leave the ferry. Although, to be fair, the sky is starting to clear up a bit. I've just noticed that. Over in the distance you can see the famous ferry pools located on the Isle of Skye, and yeah, thought this would be a cool place to stop with my bike. We're going to have to get down the road. We've got so many miles to do, depending whichever one we do, whether we go up north to Durness on the northwest corner of the Scottish Highlands. That's about 9 hours riding with fuel stops, so that's some day. And then if we go to the Outer Hebrides, we're talking about 4 hours, but then you've got to come back, and then I don't know what the later in the week's going to be like, so, well, the bugs. But I think we better get down the road before it gets too busy. This is a really popular area, so it's nice that we've got it to ourselves right now, and all these flies. All right, let's get going. Hey guys, so quick update. First off, I have a drippy nose, and that's just due to how cold it's turned. Right now I'm on my way to Applecross. Got the Triumph there, look, and I'm just surrounded right now with pine trees. I think they're pine trees. Basically it's lush forest. It's so nice. Yeah, just found a little park up here. About an hour into my ride to Applecross, and I was debating all morning whether to go to the Outer Hebrides because the weather has just turned really cold. It's dropped like 8 degrees compared to yesterday. Down south in the UK it's lovely. It's like 25 degrees today, but today it's proper cold. Right now we are at Loch Carron, apparently. Loch Carron. Nice little park up actually for you motorhomers in camper van life. Yep. Oh, there's a nice big loch too. It's worth checking out. What a lovely park up. Yeah, definitely would like to come back in my camper van. So yeah, I think that was just something I wanted to say really right there as I was riding, is that when you're coming on a trip like this, I think it's important to sort of assess each day as it comes, because in Scotland you just don't know what the weather's going to do, and you know, really if you want to ride safe and all that sort of stuff, then really you've got to do your best you can, especially if you're not a experienced adventure rider, so to speak, like me. You know, I've done a bit, but this is still new territory for me, so I'm just sort of thinking, okay, well, done Inverness,
we've crossed over to the Isle of Skye, which was amazing. I loved it. And now we're working our way up north, and the best is yet to come. Let's see how far we can get today. All right, let's get down the road. Well guys, I just made it to Applecross. Me and the Bonneville made it over Applecross Pass, and just into the town here there's a lovely little cafe called the Junction Cafe, and it's actually turned really busy, but I've just treated myself to a nice cappuccino and a piece of carrot cake. I was hoping to make it to Dunnes in northern Scotland, right at the very top actually, but it's 152 miles away, and the quickest route is 3 hours and 46 minutes, and that actually shaves off some of the coastal roads, which obviously that's kind of what I'm here for, but I've got to work with what the weather is doing as well, and try and work to having a really cool trip, but you know, don't want to be getting blown around everywhere. It's also freezing. The Applecross, when I got over the pass, my god, it was cold. So this coffee is really going to warm me up before we take the next leg. This might also be a really good opportunity to tell you about what I'm thinking bike-wise, because you may have sensed that I'm really starting to wish I had a touring bike, and the more people I seem to bump into on these trips, the more people that are on touring bikes, and they're just so much better for longer journeys. Not saying the Bonneville can't do it, because it can, knock on wood, but last night I was talking to a guy on the campsite on the Isle of Skye, and he had a BMW 1200 RS. And we were talking back and forth, and he says, "Oh, come and have a ride on it." I said, "Oh no, I don't ride your bike, but I'll have a sit on it if you don't mind." And I sat on the bike, and instantly I could tell that we were a comfortable bike. It had the fairings, the windshield, adjustable cruise control, and you know guys, I just really enjoy going quite far on road trips. It's something I enjoy doing. So I think what I'm thinking right now is a touring bike is for me, and I don't know what that means for the Bonneville, because on the one hand I love it, it's what I've started the channel with, and if I can hold on to it I will, but if I really think about how much touring I want to do and, you know, film that as well for the channel, I think a touring bike is the way to go, but I just don't know when. But I'd be interested to hear your comments below, because a lot of people don't use their Triumphs for long distance trips, and I get it, you know, for local rides or between cities or something like that, they're fantastic. But if you're wanting to use it for long distance, I don't necessarily think it's most people's bike of choice. I'd be interested to see what you think on that. And if anyone used to own a Triumph but now you've got a touring bike, let me know what you think about that and was it a good move, because that's kind of where I'm at right now. Alright, but don't panic guys, don't panic. The Bonneville is still with me, and yeah, it's got to get me home yet, so I don't want to talk about replacing it in case it gets a bit upset.
Hey guys, just pulled over with the Bonneville and I thought I'd give you a little update. So literally this trip is changing by the minute, but I'm now staying somewhere halfway between Applecross and Durness, and I've got about another hour to the campsite. But there is this absolutely amazing view, guys, that I just got to show you because it's one of the best I've seen so far. How's that? Wow. Honestly, every road, every turn just has this amazing, amazing scenery. It's a little bit windy, but wow. Is that nice or what? So, I could stop every 5 minutes, I really could. It's that nice. But we've got to get down the road. Just want to try and show you guys as much as possible. Hey guys, it's still day 3. We managed to get the Bonneville pitched up on camp. Been here about an hour or so. Had some dinner, although I didn't have much of an appetite, to be honest with you. I think all that riding has just zonked me. But I just thought I'd take you through my little routine that I've got in over the last few days with getting the camera equipment all set for the next day and things like that. First of all, this is the setup, and this is the rest of the campsite. It's a really big campsite, and the sun's just going down over this sand dune. The wind was really bad today. It really took it out of me, actually, just fighting that wind all the way. So I am glad I didn't go to the Outer Hebrides for that reason. It would have been so good to do it. But I'll come back another time, maybe in the camper van, you know. Seems like a good way to go. So yeah, let's dive in. Right now, I've just got my Cardo plugged in there, charging, just so I can get the nav instructions tomorrow. Currently charging my DJI batteries, and I'm using these two great big power banks to get things charged up. I recently switched to one camera as my go-to camera. Seems to be working pretty well. So I'll be turning in pretty soon and getting my head down, having an early night. I've got about 5.5 hours ride tomorrow. I'm going to try and get to John O'Groats. It's a big ask. You know, I'm going to start out heading for John O'Groats, but if the weather changes, man, I'm just going to have to stay somewhere on the way. Now, I've already found somewhere that is on the way, just in case, but I thought we should take a look at this beach together. So I haven't actually been up there yet. I've just had a shower to try and warm up a little bit. So I'm just going to leave the Bonneville where it is for the time being. There she is, if you can see that. And right now, I'm just walking on this dune, and hopefully the lighting should get better when we just come over on the other side. These are long days, the riding. It's worth it, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Definitely think we're ticking that box. Oh, there's actually some camping spaces. Didn't know that. Wow, they've got a nice spot, haven't they? Although I bet the wind picks up. Not sure if I'd like to be in a van that close to the shoreline. Wow, guys, what a treat this is. Wow, how nice is that, eh? Normally, I'd be up for a bit of a walk on the beach, but I'm absolutely zonked, so I'm going to head back to the tent. Time is it? 7:45. Let's head back. So that's day 3, nearly complete. Or complete, shall I say. It will be complete when I've got my head down. Well guys, as the sun's going down, just behind me there, ready for a sunset, I think I'll wrap this video up. That's day 3, complete, NC 500, Scotland. If you want to give the video a like, I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for day 4 when we head from wherever we are now to John O'Groats, hopefully, which is a 5.5-hour ride, but that's on Google Maps. You know, in reality, that's probably more like 10 hours. So, yeah, stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.